Bhagavat Stuti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Ashtaprayeshu Bhandeshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavad Gita Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishna Swadama Bhavate Dharma Jnana Dikinsava Kalo Nashta Krishamesha Purana Kodunodita Sarva Vedanta Saramhi Srimad Bhagavatam Nishyate Tatra Samrita Druptasya Nanyantrasya Pratikvashe Krishna Tvaya Bhagavata Vivu Sarvashraya Pratishrute Pratiyakshare Nananaragaya Premamaya Bhagavata Krishna Shriyanga Jayate Vajnayata Gopya Krishna Ranga Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. This is Srimad Bhagavatam class, August 22nd, 23rd. We're discussing 5th Canto, Bhagavatam, chapters 10 through 12. And it's about the 3 lies of Rishabhadeva Bharat, 4 lies, you could say. 4 lies, 3 lies of the son of Rishabhadeva Bharat, who became a deer. 2nd life and 3rd life, he became a Brahmin. He was a Kshatriya Bharat, King Bharat, then he became a deer, Mriga, forest animal. Then he became born in a Brahmin family. So he went from deer to Brahmin. It's very interesting. I was thinking about this story, and this is from the ancient Puranas, the Bhagavad Purana, which given the historians give a date for it, but generally they say it's 3,000 years old or 5,000 years old. We say 5,000 years old. In fact, the birthday is coming up in this month, Shukla Paksha Bhadramas. I think it's 7 days before Purnima. Because they have a celebration all over Vrindavan. They have Bhagavad Saptaka class, you'll see. They'll all start 7 days before Purnima and Bhadramaya. Yeah, Radhastami. So Radhastami is the birthday of Bhagavad. So I just want to ask you, what day was it when Parikshit spoke to, Shukadeva spoke to Bhagavatam to Parikshit? What would you say? Radhastami. So what is the conclusion of the Bhagavatam?
1.1. 1.1. First verse.
The Paribhasa Sutra of the Bhagavatam. Paribhasa Sutra, what does that mean, Paribhasa Sutra?
Essence.
It's the one verse which summarizes the content of the whole book. So every verse in the book will be connected to this verse. It's called Paribhasa Sutra. Because the book is about Bhagavan, it's called Bhagavatam. So Bhagavan and different avatars, Shakti Vaishnava avatar, Das avatar, Manvantar avatar, so many avatars are there described, their families and descendants. So the Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, chapter 3, verse 28. Krishnastu Bhagavansa Indriya Yakalam Lalam Nayanti Yuge Yuge. So that verse establishes that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. An ultimate conclusion of the Bhagavatam worshipping of Krishna and Krishna praying. You can't exclude Radharani from Krishna praying because he's the greatest praying. Yeah, the praying Vishaya and the praying Ashraya. The Upasya The upasya is the object of your upasana. The upasya is Krishna. Who is the upasaka? Radharani. What is her method of worship? Ramya Kachirupasana. Ramya Kachirupasana. The upasana, Ramya means erotic love and also means delightful. Delightful. Because the forest of Kamyavan was once called Ramyavan. Kamya and Ramya mean the same thing. It means delight, ecstasy. It also means amorous love. So that's where Krishna had all his loving pastimes in different kalpas in Kamyavan. Raslila, everything was in Kamyavan. That's called Adi Vrindavan. Kamyavan is called Adi Vrindavan. You know that? So this is the new Vrindavan. This kalpa. It's only a few thousand years old. So I was thinking this very interesting. This ancient book describes about reincarnation, gives the example of 3 lives. If someone remembered their life. As a deer, the deer remembered his previous life as a king. And then that deer became born as a Brahmin. And that Brahmin remembered his previous 2 lives as a deer and as a king. Now in the field of modern universities they have science, you can get a degree in psychology, parapsychology, paranormal phenomenon, ESP, reincarnation. You can write your PhD thesis on reincarnation. There's one professor called Ian Stevenson, who was from like 25 years ago. He wrote a book on reincarnation, clinical studies. And he studied the lives of like 100, 200 people who claimed that they would talk about from their childhood, they would talk about their previous life. So he would interview them, take the facts that they said, and search out if they're true. I interviewed one 40-year-old lady. And she said she was from London. And she said, my previous life I was born in Glastonbury, which is part of England, part of UK. And I lived on such and such a street, in such and such a house. My bedroom was on the 2nd floor. And so the guy went to that village, found that house, found the bedroom. Everything was exactly as the lady described. And she had never been to Glastonbury in this life. In this way, he researched 200 different case studies. Very famous book, Ian Stevenson. So nowadays, people are really excited to discover about past life. My past life was like this. Yeah, that's good. Past life, this and that. And so they need to have nadi friction. They read your nadi, they read they have some leaves and they have some shastra. They tell you about your last life. In North India, they have Brigu Samhita, because Brigu lived in Punjab. He lived in a village called Hoshiarpur. Hoshiarpur, what is it? Hoshiarpur. I went there, I visited there. There's so many Brigus there now. In front of their house, they have neon signs. Looks like Las Vegas. Instead of gambling casinos. So to get your past life reading here is just arrows and come here. It's really quite popular. This Hoshiarpur is called Brigu Dham. Every year in Kartik is his appearance day. They have a big function there. So I went there and it was fun. Long story. So we're going to hear now about the 3rd life of this great personality, King Bharat, who became a deer, and a deer became a Brahmin, has the same name Bharat, but now he's called Stonehead Bharat. Stonehead means Jada. Jada means, the word Jada means stone. It means dull, stupid, puggle. like you guys. You can relate. It's very common for young people now to play some kind of rock and roll and hit their heads on against the wall and stuff. That's like a way of getting enlightenment or something. So that's like my story of seeing a light for 5 rupees. Yeah, yeah. There's a story that Prabhupada told this story, at least I think it was Prabhupada, or maybe someone else he told me. The circus, 2-man circus. They went out, they had 2 men, 1 tent, and 1 table, and 3 chairs, and 1 wooden hammer. It's called mallet. The big head on it like this. And they advertised, they went from village to village in Bengal, I guess. And they advertised instant light, 5 rupees. You'll see God, you'll see the stars. You'll see the stars, you'll see God for 5 rupees. So everybody lined up there. Inside it, there was 1 chair outside the tent for the organizer, the guy, ticket collector. And inside the tent, there was a table with 2 chairs. 1 chair for the customer, 1 chair for the second guy in charge of the circus. 2-man circus. There's no lights in the tent. In the tent, it was dark. Really. And I got furnace of plastic. Still highest in the kitchen. August 23rd, 2025. 5th Canto, Chapter 10. I guess you can hear me. I don't know your microphone. Can you hear me okay? It's pretty small.
Chapter 9.
Huh?
Chapter 9.
I'm not doing Chapter 9. I did a race. Didn't I do it?
No.
Not sure. Right on my left. Oh, okay, let's do Chapter 9 then. Well, Chapter 9, this guy, Bart, has an exciting life, I'll tell you. You have movies, something that flashbacks. You know, the movie starts off, the guy, then he goes somewhere, and when I was 10, then the flashback when he was 10. So this guy, he was like, amazing life. He was a king, he had hundreds of queens, and he left them all like passing straw in the field. That's a heavy analogy. If you were a queen, you wouldn't want to hear about that. I left her like a passing soul. What? Queen would be really upset. And when you pass through, you go, you don't come back, you know. No turning back. He would run away from that place. That's how he left his queens and his powers and his wealth, his influence. He went to the forest to worship Krishna. He was very successful. But then he got diverted by affection, misplaced affection. Our affection should be for Bhagavan. But we send it out different directions, we get entangled. So then he became a deer, and then he became Bart. So when he was Bart, he was carrying King Rohana's palanquin. Well, no, I don't think I have any. That's in 10.
Chapter 10, yes. Yes.
Well, he was just somehow hanging around because he was just defenseless guy. He didn't have any weapons. He was just lying on the floor of the forest, He was healthy and strong. So some dacoits caught him. They wanted to offer human sacrifice to Kali. So they prepared his body for human sacrifice, and then they were about to chop him in half or whatever they do, chop the head off or whatever. And the Murti they were worshipping of Kali, she came to life. She personally manifested there and killed all the guys who were had captured Jed Bharat. Imagine seeing all that. Like, wow, the guy's seen it all, you know. Wild life. But he remembers everything. It's very fortunate that we can't remember much. You don't want to remember your third grade teacher, Mrs. Gipe. Her name was Mrs. Gipe. We call her Mrs. Gripe. Because she was always grouchy. So we used to make fun of her. We used to put a pillow, there's a pillow which has a nozzle on it. You blow it up and then when you sit on it, it goes...
Makes sound.
Makes it sound like a fart. So we put it on the teacher's... on her chair she had a cushion. So under the chair, you see... Okay, she take roll. Mr. Smith, yeah, here. Then she said, okay, well, we got And we were third grade. We're all like 10 years old. 10 years old is like really too much history. So we big noise. Everybody laughed. She said, who did this? And she found it. He was really angry. So anyway, this chapter 9. There's some interesting points here in chapter 9. We can look at that. First, in verse number 3. It says he had some fear. Jed Bharat had some fear about obstacles to his spiritual progress because he remembers past lives by the mercy of Krishna. So he assumed the appearance of a dull-minded, blind, and deaf madman for the public. And he was followed. He was Brahmin. He's born in a Brahmin family. So one thing this teaches that in Vedic Dharma, the castes are not fixed. That when you do good deeds in this life, you get promoted with a good birth in the next life. You can change your caste, you can change your body. You may be a woman in this life, you do good deeds. Next life you born a man. You may be a Kshatriya in last life, and the next life you change your caste, you get promoted to a Brahmin. And then in Brahmin you may pass your life, several lives as a Brahmin Grihastha. You see in Vrindavan, Goswami families. These guys have been born in Goswami families for hundreds of lives. So they observe Brahmacharya ashram, Grihastha ashram, and that's it. For hundreds of lives. They don't get to the detached stage of life. Some of them give up life, Grihastha life, become Babas and Sannyas. There was one that the grandfather of Pandit Goswami, he took sannyas. His name was Atul Krishna Goswami. He's a famous Ravarman Goswami. I met him personally myself in 1992. And he was sannyasi then. And he wanted to take sannyas. So he went to the Gaudiya Mas and they said, we can't give you sannyas. You're Brajvasi Brahmin, Ravarman Goswami. We don't have the adhikar to give you sannyas. So then he went to South India to the Brahma Madhva Sampradaya, to the Madhva Sampradaya. He said, we're Gaudiyas, we're Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. I want to take sannyas. Because in Madhva Sampradaya, they only initiate people born in Brahmin families. So how are we part of them anyway? That's an interesting story. But, so there's no initiation mantra in Madhva Sampradaya. The mantra is Brahma Gayatri, which you get from your father when you're 11 years old. So they don't have Gopal mantra, so I asked my Gurudev about that. I said, how did the Gopal mantra get into our Sampradaya? He said, that's an interesting question. Because we trace our lineage back to Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri initiated Vaitacharya. And Lakshmipati Tirtha initiated Nityananda. Mahavendra Puri, before he took sannyas, Puri is a Advaitin sannyas name. Vaita means Mayavad. So before that, he was initiated in Madhva Sampradaya, and he became known as Mahavendra Puri. Before that, had another name. Because Puri is not a name of a sannyas in Madhva Sampradaya. Puri is the name for the sannyasi, generally Mayavad. Although the Gaudiya Vaishnavas also take the name Puri. Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj. They're both godbrothers of Srila Prabhupada. So Puri, Madhavendra Puri, somewhere along the line, he got Gopal mantra. And you know, so it's a lot interesting debate about all this stuff. The mantras came about. Basically, you just the answer to is subjective, you know. It's because everywhere, you know, you have to chase out. Because who is a Guru Gadadhar Pandit? Guru Gadadhar Pandit is Mukunda Das. No, he offended Mukunda. He offended Pundarika Vidyanidhi.
Yes, good. Taken Diksha from him.
Because Mukunda Das took him to meet Pundarika Vidyanidhi, he thought, and Gadadhar thought it was a messenger. So then I think he took initiation from Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Well, what mantra did he get? You know, so, you know, then I don't even know if they accept that in Gadadhar Parivar. You know that? Who is the Guru of Gadadhar Pandit?
Pundarika Vidyanidhi, I think.
What?
Pundarika Vidyanidhi.
I can't hear what she said.
Pundarik Vidyanidhi.
They say that.
Yeah, I think
No,
yes.
They say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gurudev. I heard.
No, Lokanath Parivar, Narottam Parivar, they say Lokanath Goswami took initiation
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but there's no written record of that. But there is written record that Lokanath Goswami took Diksha from Vaitacharya. Vaita Prakash, biography. So all these initiation lines are, you know, everybody else try to establish their lines, but ultimately there's some question mark. But the real thing is that a parampara, to be bona fide, should have a transcendental source. So the source of Gadadhar Parivar is Gadadhar. He's Radharani. The source of Vaita Parivar is Vaitacharya. He's Mahavishnu. That's Vishnu Tattva, Bhagavad Tattva. The source of Nityananda Parivar is,
Nityananda.
is Balaram.
Balaram.
Nityananda is Balaram, and Vaita is Mahavishnu. So Balaram is Vishnu Tattva. So that's good enough. They don't need, but to show the example that we also took a guru, they took Lakshmipati Tirtha and Mahavendra Puri. It's like that. You're more confused or less confused? So at least we had some unbroken line. This kind of goes about them, how's that? It goes back to Bhakti Siddhanta, then he doesn't even, he mentioned Gorky Shore, it can't be proven he did, can't be proven he didn't. But Gorky Shore, he has a guru, he's a way to Parivar. Nandi Kishore Goswami, who they blocked out. That's not very good respect. Adar, it's called Adar, respect. Anyway, So let's read what's going on. So he doesn't want any Pratishtha. He's hiding from Pratishtha, appearing to be dumb, although he's an exalted Brahmin with illustrious bloodline. Amazing Gotras, Rishabhadev, Bar to Rishabhadev, to Vishnu. And verse 9 and 10, it says he had full realization of Krishna. He was full of natural bliss. He had no karma. He was a Jivan Mukta. What does Jivan Mukta mean? Liberated, but still having a human body. That's what it means. Then it starts verse 12. It says that Dacoits wanted to offer an Akali. We already read that. We know about that. So Durga Mahakali, verse 18, she became angry. She couldn't tolerate the offense to Bharat. So we can understand if someone makes offense to us, one way or another, they've got to take care of. Kali will chop them. I had this guy who was harassing me here from Madras for 4 years. They really gave me a hard time. And then I just tolerated it. One day he disappeared. And I asked the Vrishvasis, I said, what happened to that guy? He said he offended some Vrishvasis, and about 10 guys beat the crap out of him. They beat him real bad. And about a week later he went back to Madras. He was a divorcee guy. Yeah, got divorced. He was married. Came here after divorce. Very angry, unhappy guy. He was always offending everybody. He had a lot of money, so he was living very extravagantly, enjoying himself. So they beat him up bad, and then he went back. So it was like, Kali got rid of him. My Kali. So now we have chapter 10. So the story of this chapter 10 is that there's a king named Rahugana. He was traveling through his kingdom, and he needed someone to carry his palanquin. He had three carriers. He needed a fourth one. So they found Jadbharat and they put him to work. But he's a devotee, so he was very careful not to step on the ants. Verse 2. So he would make a jerky movement of the palanquin. It was like speed bumps. The king's palanquin. The lights on the king? Turn off. The palanquin would go bumpy ride. The king was disturbed by that. Yeah, naturally, He had big lunch and he got into this. That's true, right?
Sea disease.
Huh?
How to say? Sea disease.
Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Yeah, get dizzy. So Bharat was looking 3 feet ahead and walking in an irregular way. And he said, why, walk evenly, you guys. Why is it going crazy? So Bharat was avoiding the ants. So then, of course, the king stopped and chastised him. In the commentary in verse 6 of chapter 10, Krishna says, Jadbhar's body was absolute, devoid of any prabdha karma. His body belonged to Vaikuntha, so he had a totally spiritualized body. He simply acted like a material person, out of humility arising from brain. He had no sense of identification of I and mine. Hamta mamta. Ahamta mamta. I am this, I am that. I am Brahman. I am spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi. He was a pretty happy guy. He was in bliss. Brahmananda. Maybe Premananda, who knows? Doesn't say so exactly. He definitely wasn't attached to his body. If somebody touches one hair on her head, we'll start a fight. Hey, why do you touch me? Who do you think you are? Boom. But if you were passing air on him, passing urine on him, throwing stool on him, spitting on him, you're like, okay, cool. Do your thing. Inconceivable tolerance. So these people, they try to invoke a little transformation in us. These personalities we bump into, we rub shoulders with some extraordinary personality. When we read about attached kings, we learn what not to do. Don't become attached to your wealth and kingdom, like Daksha. Become proud, and you fall and lose your head, become a goat's head. So, lose your intelligence and act foolishly due to sense gratification. Then you become an animal. That's how you became an animal. You and me became a goat. So then we run up against somebody like Prahlad Maharaj. Tolerate everything. I wish you were Krishna. Epitome of tolerance. Perfection by smarana. Then we run up against Shad Bharat. Detachment. He doesn't teach tolerance, he teaches detachment. So everyone teaches a different quality that are very important to be advanced spiritual personalities. Well, what can I tolerate? What can I tolerate? Where's my detachment from this body? Am I anywhere near Shad Bharat? So then Shad Bharat starts preaching to the king. He says in verse 13, I'm Brahman realized. What's the point of punishing me? What do you gain by punishing me? I'm a madman, a dull person. What advantage you get by punishing a madman? I'm situated in Brahman. So that's pretty cool. And then this king, Rahugana, he was a Sindhi. They say Sindhis will sell their grandmother if they can make a profit. So go to the marketplace, say, anybody want my grandma? How much she give me? What can she do? Not much. She's faced most of the day. Like I had a friend in Delhi, Sunday show. Went to visit him. Every time I went to visit him, they had a fold-up cot, portable bed. There was always some guy sleeping on it. I said, who's that? I said, that's my grandfather. I said, does he do anything besides sleep? He said, no, basically that's his contribution here. He's showing an example of sleeping. So in the morning, he's sleeping. In the afternoon, he's sleeping. At night, we're all sleeping. So that's how he does. He sleeps, gets up to eat a little bit, and goes back to sleep. So then one time I went there, I said, yeah, the old man's not here anymore. He said he went in the ground to sleep forever. So that was an interesting way to pass away. For 5 years I went to visit him. He was sleeping for 5 years. So this king was hearing Bard preach all this philosophy of Atma Gyan and spiritual teachings. He realized he made offense that Bard was a great sage, a great rishi, posing as a deaf and dumb person. So the king jumped out of his palanquin and offered a basin at the feet of Judge Bard, and begged for forgiveness. He said, "Who are you? What kind of avatara are you? Are you the famous Dattatreya? Who are you? Are you Shiva or Dattatreya? Who are you? Are you Kapila Muni? Who are you?" And then the king said a very important verse, 17. "I'm not afraid of Indra. I'm not afraid of Yamaraj. The only thing I'm afraid of," verse 17. "I'm really afraid." Verse 8.
Yes,
"I'm afraid of offending a Vaishnava." That's a very good lesson we should learn from that. Do you have any fear? Yeah, I'm afraid of making offense. That's something to be afraid of. Verse 24, now the king speaks to Judge Bharat. He's asking him, how can I overcome, how do I get out of my false identity, my ignorance? In verse 25, he said, I made a great offense to you. You're a Sri, Vishnu Sri, you're a friend of Mahavishnu. You're free from false identity. You're not even disturbed by the offense I made. So that's look at Prabhupada's commentary in this verse, the last verse of chapter 25. Chapter 10. Okay, Prabhupada's commentary. It's about offenses. Here's Prabhupada's translation of verse 25. He's talking to Bharat Muni, Judge Bharat, but he's speaking to him like he's God. You're a friend of Krishna, who's a friend of everyone. You're therefore equal to everyone. You're free from the bodily conception. Although I've offended you, there's no loss or gain for you due to my insult. You are fixed in your determination, but I have committed an offense. Even though I may be as strong as Shiva, I shall be immediately destroyed because of my offense at the feet of Vaishnava. So he's a pretty smart king, Maharaj Rahugana. He was conscious, as a commentary by Prabhupada. King Rahugana was conscious of the inauspicious effects from insulting a Vaishnava. He was therefore very anxious to be excused by Judge Bharat. Everyone should be very cautious not to commit Vaishnava aparadh. And Chaitanya Bhagavatam said, one who offends a Vaishnava can't be protected by anyone. Even Shiva, if he blasphemes a Vaishnava, he'll be destroyed. This is the verdict of all Shastra. If one does not care for the Shastra and offends a Vaishnava, one suffers in life after life because of this. So you suffer in this life and next life, which Shiva Goswami describes in Sandarbhas. Some people are doing everything right, but they can't attain Bhav in this life, although they should be able to attain it, because you're suffering from reaction of offenses in the last life. Krishna doesn't forget. The guy you offended, you died, he died, but your offense didn't die. You died and changed your body, he died and changed his body or got liberated, but your offense has lived on. and came again and gave reaction next life. It blocks your road to Baba. Very frustrating. So we should be very careful about Vaishnava abroad. It's called a mad elephant.
Hati Mata.
Hati Mata. Hati is elephant, Mata is
Man.
intoxicated, mad. There's a bad elephant there. He's got a good diet. He likes apples. I see him eat apples a lot. That's very healthy. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. That's what they say. Okay, chapter 11. This is a teaching of Srimad Bhagavatam. There's a lot in this chapter about the mind, which I think you guys know about. You've got a good relationship with your mind. So let's see what good points we can find here. Many things about the mind. It's almost like a Bhagavad Gita class. Sounds a lot like the Bhagavad Gita. The mind is the best friend or worst enemy, all that kind of idea. Verse 12, chapter 11, commentary. A liberated person knows how the mind transforms, and if it doesn't identify with them or enjoy the transformation. The transformation of the mind have been present since the beginning of this time. The mind's transformation are manifested during waking and dreaming. So we can't get free from this mind. It won't quit us unless we change our mind, change our attitude by becoming a servant of Krishna, by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Mantra means to deliver the mind. Deliver the mind from duality. The mind is always functioning on duality. Accepting, rejecting. Some call it accepting, we call it rejecting. If I like it, I accept it. I don't like it, I reject it. You accept anything the mind offers? Mind offers so many things. Hey, take this. Take this, eat this, eat that. Okay, that sounds good, looks good, smells good. And we reject it. Somebody offers me eggplant. My mind says, no, thank you. Verse 16. As long as the mind is attached to sense objects, there will be no Atma-tattva Gyan and no destruction of tamaga and ignorance. Okay. The mind should let go of those sense objects. The mind is a field from which what grows in the field? What grows in the field? Roses, mangoes, weeds, cactus, flowers. Nut trees.
Walnut.
Pearls. Krishna grows. That's pearls.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good. That's a coincidence. What grows in the field? Pearls. What grew in Rarani's field? Gunjabala. Okay. Because Radharani, Krishna begged Yashoda for some pearls. So Yashoda gave all these pearls. He said, Lord, what do you want to do? So I want to plant them and make a pearl garden. So I got so many balls of pearls, I'm going to put pearl necklaces on all the monkeys, and all my doggies. All my doggies have pearl necklaces. to all the monkeys. And he shows a lot of, you can't grow pearls like wheat and rice, you know, it doesn't work like that. They come from the ocean. Oh, don't worry, just give me pearls. So he plants the pearls, he put some water, they came up. Not only when pearls came up, they came up different colors and had different fragrances. Some smelled like roses, some smelled like mogra, some smelled like kadamba. They were pearl flowers, but they were pearls, red pearls, blue pearls, yellow pearls, white, of course, white. And the gopis heard about it and they said, wow. And they went to Krishna because pearls go with girls.
Girls.
Pearls and girls. So they said, give us some of those pearls for us girls. And Krishna said,
No.
no. What are you going to do with them? No, you'll see. You'll see what I do. So then they look around. They start seeing monkeys hanging from a tree with pearls.
Doggies.
And doggies walking on pearls. They said, oh, what are we going to do, gopis? We have to grow pearls. So they all have so many pearl necklaces. So they secretly started planning. They said, Krishna put water and got pearls. We're going to use milk.
Milk.
Milk, yogurt.
Yogurt.
So they started putting milk in. And nothing came out. And then rainy season came, so rain came. And then some weeds came up with thorns on them. So they said, they asked 4 months what happened. So I don't know. I think Madan went in at night
And remember the pearls.
and ate all the yogurt
Yogurt.
and milk through the field and then took all the pearls. Oh. So then they went to Krishna and said, look, we wasted all our pearls. Our husbands are asking us to go to some functions. We have to wear some pearl necklaces. We don't have any. Give us some. He said, okay, 1 lakh, 1 pearl. I'll say 1 pearl, 1 lakh. I said, come on now. So finally, in Malihari Kund, which is right here in Raleigh, Malihari Kund, Krishna went there one day, a big box of pearls. He started string necklaces. And he made boxes, one for Radharani, put Radharani's name on it, was the pearl. He's Lalita Vishaka. And he called all the gopis to Malihari Kund, and he gave each a box of pearls. So then Radharani harvested all, the Gunja Mala came from her garden. He said, Krishna, we grow pearls also, but they came out red and black. And so they bought the Gunja Mala. They made Mala. So we'll trade you. So Krishna took the Gunja Mala, Radharani took the pearls. So Krishna put on. So he said, I always cherish this Gunja Mala like I cherish Radharani. So when Mahaprabhu worshipped Giriraj, he put Gunja Mala around his neck. And he bathed Giriraj with his tears. And he told Das Goswami when he gave that Gauranga Shila Das Goswami with the Gunja Mala, he said, this Gunja Mala is a lotus feet of Radharani, Radhika Charana. So they worshipped them together, Radhika Charana and Giriraj. G and G. And you carve on the tree. G and G. And you get married. They get married with an Indian wedding invitation. Gopal and Ganga. Gopal marries Ganga. And they put in the card G and G. No, not you, Gopal.
Good.
Gopal. You're okay. You're free. Not gonna tie you up that way. So we have to get free from this is what grows in the field of the mind. Not kunjama, not pearls, not weeds, but what? Lamentation, illusion, attachment, greed, disease. The mind takes shelter of such things. We whip ourselves into it. We whip ourselves up with lamentation, with greed. I gotta have this thing. Get attached. Just be like a whisk of cotton blowing in the air. You ever see a butterfly? It just goes here and there. It sails along like it. Starts, gets a little nectar, gets a little shot, like you go to the bar and takes a shot glass.
Yeah.
So you just go, little nectar, and he gets, okay, it feels good. He goes, I realize in the art sometimes, I try to do mental telepathy. I try to bring the butterflies to my finger. I say, come, let out my finger, come. I realize here on his brain now. He's going, I said, where are you going? He's going, I don't care about you, you can't control me. Hey, come here. I try to put my mind over his mind, you know. His mind is small. My mind is always bigger than that. So he goes right by. Ah! Like one of these things, you know. I said, hey, buddy. You know. They can't control. They're free. They move where they want.
Yeah.
They look beautiful and do their thing. You know? So that's nice idea, nice inspiration. Be like a butterfly. Don't stay any place too long. Move unpredictable where you're going. You don't know where you're going to land, where you're not going to land. No one can catch you. No one can control you. That's a nice way to be. It's like liberation. So that's free from the mind's control. So let's look at the last verse here. 17. Read the Sanskrit. Let's get a little Sanskrit action here.
भ्रातृव्यं येन तदब्रवीर्यम् उपेक्षयाध्येदितमप्रमत्तं मत्तः गुरोर्हरेश्चरणोपासनास्त्रो जलीकं स्वयमात्ममोषम्.
There you go. Atma-mosham. The season of the Atma. That's the third motion. By neglecting this enemy of great power, which increases constantly in power, by being attentive, possessing bhakti, Krishna bhakti, and the mantra given by Guru, conquer this enemy, which steals the treasure of Paramatma. That's pretty well translated. There's no word in the verse that says, it says mantra. Guru Hari Charno Pasant. Okay. Well, they're taking Astra. They're taking in this third line, Guru Hari Charan, Upasa. Upasa means worshipping the feet of Hari. Astra. Worshipping the feet of Hari or Astra. So the mantra becomes an Astra. The Astra becomes a Diksha mantra. That's the idea. Let's see what Vishnu is coming to. So how does he say the best way to deal with the mind is what?
Bhakti.
No.
Mantra chanting.
Six
Mantra,
times.
mantra.
No, two wrongs. Let's see, we got a third one.
Ignoring.
What do you say?
Ignoring.
Yeah, neglecting, ignoring. Second word, by neglecting. Don't select. Don't select what your mind suggests. Neglect it. Basically, your mind never does anything right unless it's shining. Anything your mind thinks is wrong. Start with that assumption. I think my husband's unfaithful. He has a funny look in his eye. Don't listen to the mind. Neglect the mind, that's the instruction here. Judge Barr is speaking, I guess, I don't know. Who's hard to say. Maybe Judge Barr or maybe Shuguri this time. I guess it's Judge Barr. Who's speaking? Guru Bharat, Judge Bharat. So he's saying, neglect this guy. Don't pay attention to him. What is the life? What is the director of the devotee?
What is that?
Who is the director of the devotee?
Guru.
Guru and Shastra.
Shastra Chakshus. Guru Chakshus. Yeah, see the world through the eye of the Guru, through the eye of Shastra. Guru means what Guru Shiksha has given you. What vision the Guru has given you. Because Guru is supposed to be a Tattvadarshi. Tattva pranipatena. Jnana is Tattvadarshana. You're supposed to see the truth. So his instructions will teach you to see the truth. Tattvadarshana. Instructions means tattva. Tattva to see. Seeing tattva. Tattva darshan. Darshan means to see, to understand. Tattva means truth. He speaks the truth to see reality. It's like this, not the way you think it is, not the way you imagine it to be, not the way you feel to be. It's like this. It's a very important idea he's saying. So neglect the mind, but pay all attention to Shastra. By neglecting the mind is defeated. One should not praise the mind by noticing it and giving it its desired enjoyment. We're not saying destroy the mind completely, just most of the way. We're not saying destroy the mind, we're saying reform the mind. Get a spiritual mind, spiritual thinking, spiritual vivek, spiritual selection based on Shastra and Guru's Shiksha. How is the mind described? So I ask a question, but how can I, one very weak, conquer the mind which is so strong? You can get it by Hari Charanupasana, which is what the verse says. It says, Hari Charanupasana, line 3. Hari Charanupasana, by worship of the feet of Hari, we get the power to conquer the mind, to transform the mind, to elevate the mind, to liberate the mind, to free the mind from the samskaras. The weapon to conquer the mind is the feet of Hari, Hari Charan, the Navaveda Bhakti, and the Guru Mantra. One should worship the feet of Krishna, who is the Guru. The mind is not a friend, although we think it is. That's a great trick. He who we think is a friend is our worst enemy. Because the mind bewilders one with transformation and takes away the form of Krishna. So the mind is a great thief. Manchor. Manohar. Manohar means one who steals the mind. Har means thief. Mrityu sarva harasam. Jesus said, Mrityu sarva hara. Sarva everything. Mrityu death. I come as death and take away everything. Oh Krishna, save me. He who makes his mind, or her mind, makes the mind give up sense objects by bhakti, and destroys ignorance by applying the mind to Krishna, is called Mukta Jiva, liberated soul. Let's see what BBT says. 290. What verse is that?
17.
Oh, okay. Prabhupada's commentary basically repeating the same point. He hasn't mentioned the idea about the mantra, but he says this translation of verse 17. The uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy. If one neglects it or gives it a chance, it will grow more and more powerful and become victorious. Although it's not factual, it is very strong. It covers the constitutional position of the soul. Conquer the mind by service to the Guru and Krishna. Do this with great care. What's the word for great care?
Apramatta.
Second last.
Apramata means without illusion.
Then also like always be alert.
Oh yeah. Always be alert. Okay, commentary. There's one easy weapon to conquer the mind: neglect. The mind is always telling us to do this or do that. Therefore, we should be expert in disobeying the mind's orders. You foolish mind, I'm not listening to you. You're stupid. You're trying to make me stupid. I'm not stupid, you're stupid. Gradually, the mind should be trained to obey the orders of the soul. Wow, that's pretty good. Soul orders. The devil made me do it. That's what the Christians say. The soul, the soul is willing, but the flesh is weak. The soul really wants to be a good guy, but the flesh is a bad guy. I really want to be a good guy, but I'm not. I want to be good. That's a good start, I guess. One should not obey the orders of the mind. If one can control the mind by following the instructions of the Shastra. If you don't do that, you'll be doomed to follow the mind. Another way to conquer the mind is to strictly follow the order of the Guru and engage in Krishna Seva. So the mind is automatically controlled. If one follows the orders of the Guru by the grace of Krishna, one is freed from service to the mind. Jai Ho. Guru Seva will save you. Watch out, he may shame you also. Probably not. Or is it study mode? Studying. Are you studying? What are you doing?
Just playing with this Gurudev.
That's good. Quite studying. Okay, summary of chapter 12. So, how many times did Brahma study the Vedas?
3 times.
3 times.
Why?
One in the karma point of view, one is like a jnana point of view, and another in the bhakti point of
Right. Good answer. Brahma studied the Vedas from 3 angles of vision. It's called Dristi Koan. Seeing it from 3 different corners, 3 different angles. He studied the Vedas and interpreted all from the viewpoint of karma. And he studied the Vedas and saw Gyan Marg in all the Vedas. Then he studied the Vedas deeper and saw Bhakti in all the Vedas. So the same thing with Maharaj Rahugana. He was still doubtful about spiritual enlightenment. So he asked Siddhartha to repeat his teaching so he could clarify the ideas and understand. Everything in the material world is a transformation of what?
Material energy.
No,
mind.
no.
Heart.
Earth. In different ways. Earth in different.
Earth, water, fire,
Ahankar.
culture.
Everything is a transformation of earth. Earth becomes water, water becomes
Fire.
fire, fire becomes
Air.
air becomes
Ether.
ether becomes
Mind.
mind becomes
Intelligence.
buddhi, buddhi becomes ahankar.
Ahankar.
Ahankar is just stayed where it is. Ultimately, all these varieties are vanquished into atoms. Nothing is permanent in the material world. The variety of things and their distinctions are simply mental concoctions. You say it's big, it's all relative. Theory of relativity. The absolute truth is beyond illusion and manifests in 3 ways. What 3 ways?
Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan.
Paramatma and Bhagavan.
Correct. And bad association is what? Who is bad association?
Non-devote.
Carrot.
Bad association is materialistic people. We should avoid them and associate with Vaishnava. By associating with devotees, one can cross the ocean of ignorance and go to the spiritual world. Jai Ho. Chapter 12 Ki Jai. Okay, let's see what else here. Let's see what else. Okay. That's the summary. The chapter 12 commentary of Vishnu. He says, although the universe is false, Krishna's bhakti, three things are true in this world. What are they?
Bhakti. Holy name.
Krishna, Guru, and Radharani.
Are true in this world.
Right, I like that. Three things are true. Krishna, Radharani.
Guru.
That's true. It's Krishna, Bhakti, and Goloka Vrindavan. Where we're living. It's true. It's Nitya. It's Satyam. Okay, let's get on down here. So Jadbar is teaching Rogana more stuff. The appearance, disappearance. Verse number 10. It's a very nice verse which describes the nature of creation of the material world. Everything is made of Maya, characterized by Dravya. Dravya means substance, Svabha means nature, and then mind is called Ashaya. Third line, Dravya means substance. Second, Svabha. Svabha means nature. And then third one is mind. Mind is Ashaya. Asha means hope. Asha means disposition. Asha means attitude. And then we have Kala, which is also called mind. So Ashaya means mind, means hope, means attitude, means disposition. That's Ashaya. Ashaya. Then you have Kala means time, and Kara means action. And then all these things are divided into fine and very fine, big and very big, cause and effect, conscious and unconscious object. That's the totality of analyzing the whole material world. So let's see what BBC says in this verse. Hey Krishna Govinda, Jai Radhe Shyam. It's rainy season. When's Amavasya? Today?
Yes.
Yes.
Today's called Shani Amavasya. It's a very important day to worship Shani. I don't know if it's his birthday or what, you know? Look up your phone.
Shanivar.
Shani Amavasya. Significance. Meaning, you said, Shani Amavasya meaning. What is it? I think it's his birthday, I don't know.
Trayodasi Devi, this is Shani Trayodasi.
The Shreyasi. The Samavasya.
No, I don't think so.
What is it? You get my punch on. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's this? Chaturasi. Saturday.
It says that Shani Jayanti is on Jyeshta Krishna Amavasya.
That is Tuesday, May 27th.
So it's already over this year.
What?
Jyeshta
Krishna Amavasya.
Krishna Amavasya.
No.
Amavasya is Krishna Paksha only. Yes.
Jyeshta Amavasya.
Jyeshta Amavasya.
That's his birthday.
That's what Google says.
Google says. Google.
Okay. Here it says tomorrow Amavasya. It says Shanaishchara Amavasya.
Tomorrow.
Shanaishchara means Shan. I guess it's just first of Amavasya. Can you look that up, Shani? Shani Amavasya?
What is
Yes, Gurudev.
What's in Amavasya
But it
means?
did not say any specific significance. It just says that it's a significant day. A lot of people worship.
Worship Shani, that's what.
If Saturday, if Amavasya falls on
His
Saturday.
birthday is in May, but it's not Amavasya.
If
It is
Amavasya
It is
falls-
Amavasya mentioned.
Jyeshta
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 Amavasya.
Amavasya is his birthday.
Okay.
It's like, I think, Somavata Amavasya. So, Amavasya falls on
So
Saturday.
I guess there's some, because he worships Sunday on Saturday also.
Yes,
So I guess it's Saturday, no,
Amavasya falls on Saturday.
today's Saturday.
Yes.
Yes, today is Saturday.
Anyway, Amavasya is first day worship. Sunday disappeared.
It's today. Amavasya.
Tomorrow's Amavasya.
Tomorrow.
Anyway, Shani Ki Jai. Jai Shani, Shani Day, Shani Day. Okay, pay attention now. Translation, verse 10, chapter 12. This universe has no real ultimate existence. The things within it, this is very interesting. Shortness, differences, grossness, skinniness, smallness, bigness, result, cause, living symptoms, and materials are all imagination. So if someone says you're fat, say that's an imagination. If someone said you're so skinny, that's imagination.
This is nice, Gurudev.
If someone say about me, it's really imagination. That I'm skinny.
Right? They're all pots made of the same substance, earth, but they're named differently. So these are all pots of earth here. Differences are characterized by substance, dravya, nature, svabha, predisposition, ashraya, kala, and karma, activity. You should know that all these are mechanical manifestations created by material nature. So, I'm not fat, I'm dravya. I'm dravya, I'm a combination of dravya, svabha, ashraya, which means mind, and
Kala.
Kala.
karma, and kala, and material energy, earth. That's it, man. Don't get all uptight about I'm being fat or thin or good looking or ugly. I'm dravya. I like it, I love it. It's cool. Okay, let's see what else we got. Dravya, svabha, ashraya, kala, karma. Just a pot, I'm just a pot of earth. Look at that pot of earth. That's a good looking pot of earth. Pot of earth. It's not like that. It's not that kind of microphone. Got some curves to it. There's several pots stacked up on top of each other. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. Next week we'll do 13, 14, 15. Forest of material enjoyment. Don't get trapped in there, you'll forget your way out. And then the tiger will come and eat you. Rah, Jai Jai Shri Ram.